Great seeing my next guest back in the UFC. He's got a fight booked. He's going to be taking on Justin Ledet coming up here at UFC Fight Night on Halloween night. It's Dustin Jacoby back here on the program. Dustin, how's it going?
It's going well, man. Excited to be back and excited to get back into the octagon and get my first UFC win.
Yes, I guess that's right. I was just trying to remember, but of course, yeah, the first UFC stint ages ago didn't go according to plan, but big opportunity here. Was this the right amount of time off in between the Contender Series win and getting this fight? Was this kind of when you were expecting to fight?
Yeah, actually, the UFC wanted me to fight a little bit sooner, but, with the cut above my eye, I had to take some time off for my last fight with Ty Flores and just had some little bumps and bruises along the way, but I think it's perfect timing. I'm excited. We got, about 3 weeks left and it's go time. So, it's here, man. We got a couple more hard weeks of training and it's time to go out there and do what I do.
When were you able to go full force in training? When did your eye heal up? I don't know why I can't talk today, but yes, your eye. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I took, I took probably 4 weeks off. Just because my ankle was banged up, my hands and my elbows were pretty sore, and then my eye, of course, I couldn't have any contact, but then I got right back at it like 3-4 weeks afterwards, and limited contact, but we've been going hard for the past month and a half, so I'm dialed in and everything's good to go, and hopefully the cut won't be an issue.
You kind of feel like you dodged a bullet, not signing with PFL. I don't know if you've seen what's going on right now. Obviously they had, because I know that was something you were planning on doing, was going in PFL, trying to win the $1 million. But right now, no one's fighting right now. I don't know if you saw there's like a lawsuit involved. Have you seen any of that in the news?
Oh wow, I didn't know about the lawsuit that was involved.
Their champ Lance Palmer and a few of the other fighters are getting together to try and sue them because they're not getting fights. So I guess they want to have the ability to fight elsewhere, I think.
Yeah, you know what? I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason, and my path hasn't been an easy one, and there's many opportunities that I've wanted that I haven't got, that I have got. So I'm just happy and blessed to be where I'm at, and thankful that I had my shot in the Contender Series, and I'm back where ultimately I wanted to be, which is in the UFC.
And this is a great matchup. Justin Ledet, he's a guy that's going to come forward. You guys are going to have a really awesome matchup by the looks of it on paper. How do you feel like you match up against him here?
I think it's a great fight. I think, Ledet, he's solid everywhere. He's coming down from heavyweight. He's had a few fights at light heavyweight, but he was a heavyweight. So he's a bigger guy, 6'4", about my height. He'll probably be a little bit bigger as far as weight-wise, but he's a boxer. And, that's right down my alley. I was just looking I had a memory pop up today. I had climbed into the top 5 of the Glory Kickboxing World Rankings. And, it's just a reminder that, kickboxing and boxing in general is my game. So I'm looking forward to throwing down with him. Hopefully we go toe-to-toe and could be a potential fight of the night fight. And, like I said, he's solid everywhere. So I've got to be prepared for everything.
Training partners, who are some of the guys you're getting to work with in terms of, bodies in the gym for this fight?
Yeah, same guys. I got Josh Friend. He's fighting next Friday on LFA. Check him out, man. The kid, he's young in his career. I think he's 5-1, but, this kid's going to be a superstar. I've said it before. I think the last time I talked to you, he's a big middleweight. He's my size, just a little bit leaner, extremely good on the ground, very powerful, has a lot of power in his hands. So, I'm excited. I love Josh. Great training partner for me, and a perfect training partner to emulate Justin Ledet. Cody Brundage, who was on the Contender Series, he's back in the gym. He's grinding. He's had a fight coming up in November that fell out. We got another kid, this Andre kid, just came in from the East Coast. I don't remember his last name. I don't even know if I could pronounce it, but very solid wrestler. And then we got this really big guy in the gym that he's so green, but he is a freak. He's like 6'5", 250, solid as can be. I tell him all the time, dude, you need to go play in the NFL. Like I'm tired of training with you. You're too big and strong, and he moves like a middleweight. So another, and I think he did some Golden Gloves boxing. So another kid that's been a really good look, and for being so green, man, he's another kid that if he gets some fights going, he'll be in the UFC and be extremely good too. So Yeah, man, and it's been a little difficult with Coach Mark Montoya. He's been in Abu Dhabi for like the last month. We got guys fighting every week over there, and just keep continuing to reel off wins. So excited to have Coach back here in a couple weeks and fine tune some things before going into my camp or my fight.
And I imagine Mark will be in your corner for this fight. That was actually something I was going to ask you.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach will be in the corner, and I'm looking forward to it, man. I love having him in my corner. He's a great coach. He's a great leader, a great mentor, and a guy that when you go to battle, you're just happy to have standing behind you.
And then in terms of the weight cut, I imagine that's going well because you fought pretty recently, right? So
yeah, man, and I walk around at 210 pounds anyway, so
right.
205 is easy for me. If there was ever the right opportunity at 185, I would go down because that weight cut's not an issue for me. The problem is I think guys are a little bit quicker than me at 185. We're at 205. I feel like I'm way quicker. I've had great success at 205 and fighting bigger guys. So, that's why I like the 205, and we'll just see. I'm continuing to, try to pack on some muscle and pack on some weight, but it's hard, man. And then September came around, and it was archery elk season here in Colorado.
Oh,
so
cool. Okay.
I was up in the mountains a few weeks and a few different weekends. 3-4 days at a time, and it's hard when you're packing in and with your camp on your back to bring enough the proper nutrition to be bulking. So that kind of hindered my weight gain a little bit, but at the same time kept me in shape and was a lot of fun out there. You get a lot of energy from the mountains and the wilderness.
How much meat do you have from those hunting trips?
Dude, we haven't bagged one yet.
Interesting.
It's extremely tough archery hunting. Finally, the third weekend, the end of September, we got into some elk, and it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of action. The weather wasn't cooperating. It was super windy, but right at sunset, I had a bull come in to about 75 yards, and then he stopped on a dime and turned around. So he must have smelled us, but that right there made the whole month worth it. Finally getting into him and seeing one, and my heart was racing. Thought I was going to get my first one with a bow, and I actually have a tag for the second season rifle, which is actually October 24th through November 1st, and I go to Vegas October 27th.
So, timing's not great. Yeah.
If I'm feeling up to it, I'm planning on it, but we'll see. I want to go opening weekend, at least for opening day, and maybe the opening weekend, and then get out of there. Try to find a spot where I'm not working too hard. I'm not, stressing my body too much. But I'd really like to go out there and get some meat because it does last for about 8 months to a year if you get a big bull. And
it's high quality stuff. There's not going to be any pesticide, whatever they put in the hormones. Sorry, yeah, a lot of bad stuff there.
Yeah, 100% grass-fed, all natural. I mean, just living off the land. So it's the best kind of protein, best kind of meat there is.
Yeah, I highly there's a place where I live in town that has grass-fed beef. And just trust me, if you have a grass-fed steak as opposed to a regular one, you can taste the difference. It's amazing.
Totally.
Yeah, I'm with you there. We could do a whole podcast on that, I'm sure. How do you see the... I'd
be down, too.
Yeah, well, there you go. Something to keep in mind. October 31st, Halloween night. How do you see the fight playing out?
I see, Ledet's going to be a tough opponent, but right now I just feel that, this is my time to I've put in the work. This isn't anything that's happened overnight. This has been 10 years in the making, and, the past 5 years I've been the best I could be. I've been, on top of my game. I rose through the ranks of Glory Kickboxing, fought for a world title a couple times, had an unfortunate arm break, which led to a layoff, but I've been pretty much unstoppable my past 5, 6, 7 fights. So I think I'm going to finish Ledet. That's certainly the goal that I have in mind. And, he's a good boxer. He's a good striker. So that plays into my role. And of course, if he tries taking me down, we work on that every day. I feel like my takedown defense is the best it's ever been. I proved that in my last fight. And, I'm excited. I really do think that I'm going to go out there and finish this fight and start a nice little streak in the UFC.
What would it mean to you after all these years getting that first UFC win? I'm sure you thought about it. I'm sure you visualized it. Like, what would that mean after everything you've been through in your career?
Man, it would be crazy. It's like I get kind of emotional thinking about it just because it's been such a long road and, all the ups, all the downs, all the training, all the hard work, all the times I could have walked away and quit. And, here I am. And, yeah, I've visualized it. I'm going to get that win. I'm so excited. Like I said, it's been 10 years in the making. And, I can't wait. I got 3 more weeks of hard work. I'm excited, and may the best man win.
It's getting a little dusty in here, Dustin. I really appreciate it, man. Looking forward to this one. UFC Fight Night, Halloween night. You can't miss it. Anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I want to give a huge shout out to my management team at Iridium Sports, man. They've been nothing but good to me. And they manage so many guys. So many guys in the UFC. I was a little hesitant of, signing with them just because, I'd be the low man on the totem pole, but they certainly don't make me feel that way. They take care of me and everybody on our team. Revivid Sport, CBD company. I've inked a deal with them, and now I'm sponsored with them. So that's a huge. I've been trying to get with those guys for a few years now. A good friend of mine, Chris Camosi's, been sponsored by them for years, and he's talked to them. I've been out with them. They're like, we just finally I made it back to the UFC, and I got on the team. So I'm very thankful for that. Eat to Evolve out of Kansas City, Missouri. They've been hooking me up with meals during camp, and huge thanks to those guys. My wife really appreciates it. My wife's a stud in the kitchen. She does everything for me, but she's very, very glad and thankful that she can take a break, and I get my meals elsewhere. So huge thanks to those guys, my team at Factory X, and yeah, man, that's about it. All my family, all my friends, and we got about 40 or 50 people making the trip to Vegas despite not being able to, as of right now, be in attendance. So I got a huge support, and that's with, it being on Halloween night. A lot of people have kids, and it's a big kids holiday. So very thankful for my support cast, and excited to go out there and get the job done, man.